Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kim in the building with another video for y'all. And since I'm looking crazy and I really can't sleep, I was trying to sleep, y'all, but I'm like, let me go ahead and talk a little bit more because I got something on my mind. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all, this is gonna be a little story time of why I never wanted to be rich and famous, okay? Like, everybody know I'm from the hood, right? Everybody, all y'all know that by now, okay? Because I say it all the time, because I am not ashamed of who I am and where I come from, and I believe people should not forget who they are or where they came from, okay? I stay humble, okay? First and foremost, but long story short, I never wanted to be rich or famous because I know better. You see what them celebrities go through? I don't want to go through none of that, okay? None of it. Hold on, y'all. Walk with me. So, with that being said, I never wanted this, okay? But knowing birth charts and knowing what I do know about myself, I learned that it's going to happen regardless, whether I want it or not. And it's going to happen to me or my children, okay? This is a prediction. And what makes it so bad is I've been seeing it manifest. And it's like a biggest fear of mine. And I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I told y'all this before, but a lot of my fears have manifested before my face since I went through this awakening, or before my eyes since I went through this awakening. And I've been healing on this journey going forward. It's just been constant me facing fears, okay? And it's okay because that's part of the healing process, right? For some of us, we go through that to heal, okay? Sometimes things just come up. You have no choice but to deal with them, okay? So that's pretty much what I've been doing with my life, this thing called a journey, okay? So it's always been my biggest fear, okay? And I'm almost embarrassed because I had a whole channel before called Beloved 1111 Intuitive Tarot. Some of y'all might know me from that channel, but most of y'all probably don't. And it's okay because I feel like whoever meant to be here gonna be here, okay? Regardless. I don't buy subscribers like most people. I'm not pressed about being in a rush to go viral or anything like that. Even though I always tag in and stuff like that, it's to get views, but not so much to go viral, okay? So understand that, okay? It's like being rich and famous both together has been like my biggest fear. But at the same time, it's something that I really want. And if you know anything about manifesting, you manifest what you think about a lot, okay? And I've always thought about that a lot, like to where, even in rough situations where you struggling or whatever, if you ever struggled, you realize like, dang, I just want some money. Like, I just want to be wealthy. So you do what you got to do. Like this, I'm trying to build entrepreneurship so that I can take my shit offline. You know what I mean? Because I don't know about these platforms and these social medias, but it got to start somewhere, right? And that's the way I see it, right? But at the same time, hold on, y'all, because it is like 3 in the morning, and I do have to smoke right now because it is a lot. But anyway, that's what I think about. The fame being a lot, being rich being a lot. It's just too much. Like I said, y'all know what these celebrities go through, okay? Nothing is kept, private. And I'm a Capricorn. If you know anything about Capricorns, we like our privacy. And if you know anything about Capricorns, they lay back. They don't want to be, front and center of nothing. You know what I mean? And it's just like we cool peoples. We down to earth. We realists. You know what I mean? And it's just who we are, right? So always wanted to run my own business, okay? I just never knew in what. So when the opportunity came, I started doing tarot. I figured out that was my path, okay? And so of course that's why I got this channel. But I made a channel before, like I stated, it was called Beloved 1111 Intuitive Tarot. And I even know why I had to change my name now. I didn't know then. then I did it out of fear. I erased my whole channel. I had like 4,000 subscribers, and that's not a lot. I'm still a little YouTuber or whatever, but it's okay compared to other people, and that's fine. I wasn't mad. But to me, 4,000 subscribers was too much, okay? Because I know with fans comes enemies. And I see, a lot of y'all cussing out, a lot of people on, influencers anyway, people that do tarot, cussing out trolls and different stuff like that. It's just a lot you got to deal with. And me personally, I'm not one that want to deal with all that. I ain't in no rush to deal with all that, none of that. I think about it all the time. I'm a visionary. So I'm a visionary. So I can see myself being rich. I can see myself being famous. And what's so crazy about it is that's where this fear come in, because at the end of the day, like I said, with fans comes enemies. Them people can't live regular lives, and I just want to be a regular smuggler. You feel me? Like, and I just seen 555. That means change. So I feel like, it might be upon me soon, because I don't know. I just got this inclination or this feeling or whatever, and I go off of my feelings. I mean, I'm an empath as well. So with that being said, I just wanted to share this story time with y'all real quick. And some people might like that. Like, people was doing everything to go viral, but not me. I really take my work serious and what I do. I really went through, creating a channel only because when I went through my awakening, I really thought I lost my mind. I really thought I was going crazy. I needed guidance. I don't have that outside of social media. Like, I am the go-to. I had nobody to go to. Nobody understood what I was going through or anything like that. Like, I'm trying to explain myself to others who are still asleep, and it's just like talking to a dead horse. Like, and it's just like nobody understood me. So I got with people that I felt understood me, and that's how I got here. Okay. And then plus I wanted to be a real reader. I wanted to be a real reader. So when people reach out to you, then you can really confide in them. Real readers. You know what I mean? You can, and then I don't trust easily being a Capricorn. So it's like, for a minute, it was therapy for me. It started off as therapy for me before I even picked up a card deck or whatever. It was therapy for me. And so I felt it helped me certain times, okay? Certain readers or whatever, not all of them, okay? Some of them, you could tell they just blow smoke up your ass. I'm not one of those readers. I told myself if I ever started this, I was going to be my authentic self. I was going to be me on and off camera. I wasn't going to put on no show, no act, no nothing. Because one thing about a mask, it always falls off. You feel me? So if I'm going to be living in my truth, I'm going to live all the way in my truth. And that's what I chose to do. Okay, that was my decision. Hold on, y'all, because whatever, I don't have my lighter. But anyway, that just probably mean I don't need to smoke. And yeah, I'm trying to quit. So before y'all say that. But anyway, dealing with everything I go through, y'all, in life, being from the hood, you know what I mean? Pretty much the ghetto, and it's okay. I'm not ashamed, like I said, because I'm not where I've been and I'm not where I want to be, but I'm going to get there. And I will never forget where I came from, no matter if it is the mud. You know what I mean? I will always acknowledge my roots, okay? And some people might be ashamed of that. I'm not, okay? I'm just not. So with that being said, I'm still trying to get to where I want to go, but it ain't there. It ain't to be rich or famous, because I always told myself, even growing up, when I was little, I used to tell myself, I don't want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. You know what I mean? And that might confuse the universe, you know what I mean, a little bit, because I want this money, but I don't want a lot of it. I just want to be comfortable to where I ain't struggling. I ain't got to worry about paying bills, be able to do what I want to do. But I guess you got to be rich to do that, I guess. I don't know. Buy what you want to buy. I guess you got to be rich to do that. So I feel like this is why it's been taking so long, honestly. But I really don't. I mean, I'm probably confusing the universe right now, because I still feel the same. Like, I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be rich. And then my best friend once told me, like, well, Kim, you do tarot online. Like, what are you talking about? And I know it sounds crazy, right? But I want to help people too. I want to help people that was going through what I was going through, where they ain't had nobody to understand them or talk to them, and get them through what was a really dark time in my life. I needed somebody at that time, and I felt I needed somebody, and I cried and everything, like, And I just really wanted somebody to be there that was real, that was genuine. And I want to be that person for others, right? So this is what I want to do. And I know I love to do it. You know what I mean? It's just that I don't want what comes with it. Do that make sense? Which I've watched other readers who are big, who are famous, who are rich, and yeah, I see what they go through. Like, you can't trust nobody, so then you're lonely. You know what I mean? You can't go nowhere without security. And if you do go somewhere without security, you better have something on you, because you out here in public by yourself and you being that famous, you know what I mean? Anything could happen to you. You can try to get robbed by somebody or anything. Anything could happen. Like, especially me being a female, okay? It's different for males, maybe they trained to go TGG, but me personally, listen here, it just depends on the situation, but you never know what situations come with that as well. Like, you people plotting and planning, and do you know the times we living in and the year we live in? Like, shit is serious. Okay, shit is serious to where, don't let it be a blackout or electricity go off or some sort of shit going on everywhere where people going crazy, because all the stores getting broke into, especially where I'm from, like the real shit. I'm talking about real life shit. Like, you done seen this shit during the pandemic. Sometimes different riots pop out, stores get broke into, people just going in them bitches like, hey, this mine. You know what I mean? I just, I don't know. It's just a lot to come with that. I tell my kids, even with fans comes enemies, because I tell them that because a lot of my kids are musicians, and they got skills too. They very talented. Like, I remember I used to tell my one daughter that she couldn't sing, but that's because her voice, she had to grow into it, and it was underdeveloped, and it was like I really wasn't paying her too much attention, but it was just like a ha ha he he joke. I used to tell her that. But one day she sung after my nephew died years later, and she sung a song that was made by his baby mom, especially for him. And it just made me cry. It made me cry every time his baby mom sung it, because she can sing. And it made me cry when my daughter sung it, because she can sing. And Lord, God didn't bless me with a voice, but I still sing. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Then my other daughter, she can rap. And then my son, he raps. And they can all sing. You know what I mean? My other daughter, she can rap, but I don't think she can sing. But I don't know. Who knows the talents they have unless they exercise and practice make perfect. And I'm telling my other daughter that now because she wants to sing. It's so crazy because that running their dad's side of the family, not mine, okay, that I know of. Anyway, I'm trying to think. See, when I was a child, I was trying to find my skills. I mean, I played basketball, cheerleading, all that. It was like I was good at nothing, and I can't understand that because me and LeBron James got the same birthday. So yeah, I was an athlete, but at the end of the day, it's just like, what am I good at? What am I supposed to do? Well, I later found out many years later, it's this, okay? So it was not meant for me to get anything else right because I was meant to do this. Do that make sense? Okay, so stay with me now. So with all that being said, I still had this fear and I'm still battling that. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get over it. I done created a whole nother channel, but it's not taking off as fast as the first one. And that's okay because like I said, I'm not in a rush. I don't care about that. I know I'll be like, subscribe, 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 because I'm trying to get my fan base back up with my subscribers so that I can do more personal readings. But that's it. That's all. Like, it ain't because I want to be this big name. I mean, one day I do plan on branching off and doing my own little thing on the side as far as spirituality go. It's not just going to always remain and be tarot, like, because I don't need the cards. I want to do so many things. I'm not going to talk about those things, though, because I'm going to keep them hidden until they come into fruition, because sometimes you can't even put stuff out there, you know what I mean, share it with others because they try to steal your shit. But anyway, I got other plans that what I'm gonna do, but I need more subscribers to do that. So with all that being said, like literally even before I was doing so many readings, it was just like, damn, I was doing them in my car. I was going to other people's house doing them. It was just like, damn, I had so many readings to do then because I'm doing all this by myself. And it was just like certain times I would turn people down. It was just too much. And, I fear that too. Can I deal with it? Like, can I deal with being rich and famous? Like, because all that money, you got to think about it. I didn't even came across videos where I don't watch people that was rich and famous, maybe they just up and hit the lottery or something like that, and they talk about how it ruined their life or the money that they got. Sometimes it just take people to a darker place, you know what I mean? But again, it depends on the individual. I'm hoping and praying that it take me to a better place, but we won't know until we get there. You know what I mean? We won't know. Because everything ain't meant for us to know. Even as readers, I don't care how much information you know. I feel like God only gonna give you what you need to know, and that's it. Okay, until you know, and when you need to know it, and that's it. Like, cause it's been a couple times where I done tried to save people, like missing reports. I done even figured out everything that happened to them. You know what I mean? And I know y'all have been with me. Y'all probably watched my mediumship readings that I did on Naziah and the one girl that went with the baddies, Karen Dunlap. I erased those, and they was blowing up too fast for me, and that's why I erased them. Like, I am a medium also. Not proud of that, but I am. I can't control who I am. Who God blessed me to be or whatever, and with these gifts, like I can't control it, but I be exercising all of them just to see which one I'm better in. I do that sometimes. I mean, it's exercising my own gifts and abilities. It's just something that I love to do myself, okay? I like to prove things to myself. It don't got nothing to do with nobody else, really. It's me versus me, okay? So, with all that being said, I erased those. Like, if I was worried about really being famous, I wouldn't erase those viral videos. They was going viral. I got viral videos still up. I don't care about none of that. Like, I got videos with 2 views. I got videos with 200,000 views or 2,000 views or some shit like that. I don't know. But, at the end of the day, that's not my intentions. Okay, is what I'm trying to say. But if God bless me with that, to whom much is given, much is required. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. To whom much is given, much is required. And stay humble. Like, because God giveth and God taketh away. Okay, I just want to say that. Because maybe some of y'all need to hear that. I don't know. I just feel like doing story time with y'all, telling y'all a little bit more about me and why I never wanted to be rich and famous. Okay, and yet here I am, a tarot reader online, doing it for humanity. Okay, I know it don't make sense, but I feel like this is my calling. I feel like this is my life purpose. So with that being said, it don't matter how many times I wanted to pull away from it, it was always something pulling me back. Now, I don't know what that was. I'm guessing it was just the fact that it's my calling and it's my purpose, and I'm praying that's what it is. I mean, I enjoy this. I use it with love and light and good intentions. I don't use it for anything other than that. Like, I have to discipline myself sometimes though, with people and with the cards and with entities and the energy. I have to, like, because again, to whom much is given, much is required. So with it come responsibility, accountability, you know what I mean? Vulnerability, all that. I done cried on here and everything. You think I want to tell y'all my business? I don't know y'all really. Y'all my soul family. But personally, I don't know y'all. But I feel more comfortable with you guys than I do people that personally in my life I know. Which don't make sense either. But I'm going to make it make sense in a minute. Okay? Because sometimes stuff don't got to make sense. I did a video earlier and it just didn't make sense, and I was told it don't gotta make sense. So some shit about to happen that's probably not gonna make sense for some people, and maybe this is why I'm guided to upload this. I don't know, but I said since I can't sleep, why the fuck not? Like, literally. Let me check the time. It is now 4:16. Check the angel number. It might be significant. I notice when I do that and I'm guided to look at the time, because sometimes I just catch it most of the time. But when I've got it to look at it, it's still an important message there for you. So Google angel number, okay? Because I learned that with my last reading I did. It also resonated the numbers that I came up with. But I just randomly came up with those numbers anyway. They just came to me and I was just guided to look at the time. And yeah, it was important and it resonated. So with that being said, that's why I'm saying that. But yeah, I'm hearing birds chirping right now. And I can't sleep. I'm wide awake. Like, I'm the only one in the house this woke right now. And I'm talking to you guys. I should have went live, but the live was messing up. So I wanted to do a pre-record in video. And, I talk so much. I don't like when I'm getting cut out. I want people to hear me. But I do feel like that's disruption in my last video. It had a lot to do with outside energy, okay? People that didn't want me to tell, okay? But anyway, um, if y'all stay with me, if you're new here and or you returning, if y'all stay with me, y'all gonna see this coming to fruition because I strongly feel it in my soul and in my spirit right now, like that it might happen. And I'm just sitting here trying to think of it and how I'm gonna deal with all that when the time come. Like I don't know, like because sometimes you try to prepare yourself for stuff, and then some things you just can't prepare for. Like for an example, a celebrity, Glorilla, when she first blew up, she had this song called FNF, Fuck Nigga Free, right? Blew up. But see, the thing is, she was a new artist. People was taking advantage of her, okay? Stole her shit, sold her shit, all type of shit. But at the end of the day, that's what people gonna do to you. So we gotta watch out for that. Like when that happened, I was schooling my children like this, trying to be rich and famous like that in that way. I was schooling them like, and before that, I was telling them be independent, contractors, own all your own shit. Like don't let nobody else own your shit. Like it's too much to come with that. Like people were selling their souls. I knew this already, right? But now you're starting to see it more come out in the media. Then when I was telling my kids, this shit hadn't even came out yet. Okay. So yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with all that though. Like I just don't. Like I just know the first thing I'm gonna do is go to some very important people above me and that probably do know that are experts and smart in what they do. Okay. I do know I'm gonna do that first. Like it don't matter what I become famous in. It might not even be tarot. It might be something else. But I'm gonna just make sure I make sure I'm grounded enough to have people behind me that really ain't gonna allow me to be fucked over by anyone in whatever industry, and just be able to handle my business the proper way and learn or teaching me the ropes in the proper way, because it's not too many people, again, that I trust, so I was going to do that anyway. But, with all that being said, I'm just sitting here thinking about it. And you know how the law of attraction works. Like I was saying, like how I manifest my biggest fears. That's because whatever you think about the most, negative or positive, it comes into fruition. Okay. And not just think about you feel it, you believe it, you live it, you know what I mean? And boom, then it happens. Like, Christian Rock too, like another example. Like, I don't know. Some people are one hit wonders. Okay, you know about them because they had one song that blew up and then you ain't hear shit else from them. Like, I don't feel that for me. I feel like I'm destined for greatness. I don't know what it's in. I always feel like that since I was a little girl. I done said it in church before and felt dumb after saying it. I told y'all this story before. Like why did I just say that? Because sometimes I just get told things and it really don't come from me. It comes from my spirit guys. And I don't understand that until later sometimes. I even had a hard time when I was younger distinguishing my own thoughts from God's voice, and that used to mess with me. It used to frustrate me to where I started writing, but all that was for a reason. All that was, even when I started writing, so I can reread it and see what came from me and what came from God. It was really me unconsciously channeling. You know what I mean? And that was years ago, before any of this. Like, so never think that you're on the wrong path. Like, it don't matter where you are in life, you guys, or where life taking you. Some way, it's always going to be order. Like, you might have hurdles, you might have detours, but you always going to where you're destined to be, okay? So that's all I wanted to say. Nothing more, nothing less. Right now, I'm going to sit here and try to sleep and don't stress about this because I'm kind of scared of that. Really, like, and I'm dealing with that. I'm trying to deal with that and heal that. I'm trying to face fears. Sometimes you got to stop running and face things. I ran from this, you know, what I call spiritual gifts and abilities for a long time, way before the cards. I mean, personal life experience things, stories I can tell y'all that I've been gifted. You know what I mean? People in my family know. I can even have them come on here and give y'all story time too. And I might just do that, okay? Just because sometimes people don't always believe you. Like, you know how hard that is when you're going through something and you want to prove something to somebody. A lot of us do that going through these awakenings, being spiritual teachers and leaders and guiders. When we're going through our awakenings, we try to wake everybody up. Oh, there we go. Everybody ain't meant to wake up, and it's just not going to happen, as a whole at once. But gradually, as you can see now, it's more accepted than it ever been. I feel, and many years ago, they killed people for doing what I do. So with that being said, I'm thankful, and I'm just gonna pray that God protect me and cover me, and whatever his will, let it be done. Because sometimes it's not our plan, but it's God's plan. You hear me? And that's all I want to say, y'all. Peace and love.